What the world is looking for is to go from ambiguity to clarity. Everybody, be it humans at the personal level or companies at the corporate level. Okay. So right now, a lot of data is available. A lot of data is available. I'll give examples of my own clients. They had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of. There is one thing called live contracts, which is right now their end date is not achieved. Then there are expired contracts and legacy contracts, which might run into millions again. Okay. They were never able to find the exact patterns or exact insights that they wanted till now. It was very, very clunky. Okay. One second thing right now, what will happen is, and is happening, the data that you see online on social media and all, half of it is AI generated. The problem is you don't know which half. Okay. For you, right now, even the videos that you see of people, you can slightly make out that this is AI or not. 12 months or 8 months from or 18 months from now, you won't be even able to see whether this is a AI video or a say made by a human or this is a human video. There are influencers on Instagram which do not exist. I experimented with it. I created poetess on a French poetess on Twitter and used to post small poems every day. Grew my followership from zero to almost 18,000 within 3 months. Writing French, Spanish, English poems. And all those were written by ChatGPT, not me. I never tell which account is it. I still post on it. It has a lot of followers, much more than me. I have 6,000 followers. The persona that I created for the language that I don't even know, for the photo of the picture of the girl that doesn't even exist, has much more followers than me. And people think that she is real. Okay. Second, data is messy. Okay. People have all the CRMs and ERPs available. We experimented with fuzzy logic and all. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. But getting these insights from messy data is very, very tough. Okay. And the last is expectations are instant. Gone are the days when CEOs or the customers would say, okay, take this stuff and I will wait for another 6 months, 8 months. You come up with a research report because they can get an equally good report as a McKinsey consultant right now from Perplexity. Okay. So even high-end consulting firms or the big four, big five, they are kind of feeling the heat of. There's a joke a company launched that, okay, you can get, I've forgotten his name, the guy is Indian, based out of San Francisco, that you can get McKinsey level reports from my tool at a fraction of cost. And people started commenting, okay, do you think McKinsey guys do not get their reports from AI? They also prepare all their reports from AI right now. Okay. So now what has happened in last, I would say, couple of years is the stages of marketing have shrunk. Okay. From all other stages right now, there are three. And these three are the components of what we call growth. You will see all these, especially tech companies in the AI space or even non-AI space, they will never experiment with the message you want to give, the video you want to create. You reach out to people with what you have. Some of them will reach out to you, convert them, and whatever you want are long staying customers, they'll be retained and they'll pay out to you. Okay. So now on these three, how does a marketing campaign in 2026 look like? Okay. Where you guys, as marketing guys, own your skills. My my view right now is the traditional marketing The way of methods of marketing are getting disrupted right now, and you should know what is happening and then hone your skills. Okay, whatever I am telling you right now might not be valid even in next 3 months, but I'll give you a starting point where to start, and then you can keep honing your skills, the new tools and new platforms that come up. One, somebody said you should be good at prompts. Somebody here mentioned that you should be good at prompts. Yes, that's the starting point. Until you know what you are selling, to whom you want to sell, you cannot start. So the brief, which is basically the prompt, the human has to define the objective, the audience, and the constraints. These are the things, or maybe write a good prompt. Rather than writing a good prompt on ChatGPT and all, somebody like me, I actually write on paper and pen, and I love stationery, I would say. I always carry a lot of different pens with me, and not even ball pens, but maybe ink pens and all, experimenting with different things. This has to be teal, this is hot pink, this is magenta brown, kind of those kind of different things. I have a huge collection. But it gives you time and space to think when you are writing with hand. Define all the objectives that you want to achieve, and then put it on chat gpt or any tool that you want to use. That okay, just go across the internet or maybe brainstorm with me. This is what I want to do. What are your thoughts on this? Okay, then keep refining. This is actually what I'm sharing is what I actually, whenever we launch a new product, I tell it to go and check who are the competitors, who might use this product, what should be my messaging be. Okay, all those things, search if there are any other reports available, and it will come back with wonderful insights that okay, this is something what this guy did, this is what a Harvard research report says. And once you are done with this, then again refine it, define the concept that okay, what what has another thing that has changed in last few years is people used to experiment, that okay, let's experiment with this. Now people do POCs is proof of concept. Okay, so you have a concept, you are looking for its proof. Research part has already been done, because you know you do not have to. If somebody has done it, it's a fact. If you are trying to do something, somebody has already done or failed, done or succeeded, or is right now doing it. Maybe you do not know. Okay, so now all this, the experiment phase has been taken over by AI. What you have to do is okay, I know now very strong intuition and facts and data that this thing will work. Now let me prove the concept, and then human chooses that okay, these are the things that we want to do, these are the things may work, might not work. We call this part human in the loop, especially for a product like us, where a single decision can change not even the company, the industry itself. There has to be a human in the loop. Okay, here also, if you have to, if you leave it to AI, it might work well. There is an example of a guy who builds swimming pools in the US. What he did was he trained a cloud agent, OpenClaw, to go to property websites or Google Maps, find houses of which are the area is more than certain thing, and they have backyards where a minimum size pool can fit. Okay, take a photograph of that house, enhance it with AI, and show a swimming pool there with everything built around a bar, a cookout space, everything, and then find that person's either physical address or email address. If email is available, email it. If physical address is available from Google Maps, create a printout out of it that this is what we propose. Your house will look like this. This will be the cost. And now he gets around 50 leads a day of building swimming pools. Everything automated, no human in the loop. He gets back, say either calls or email replies. hundreds of houses a day that guy finds, I mean, the claw finds, mails, or creates a printout which physically have to be mailed, and you can generate a lot of leads. Next is launch pricing options and all. Yeah, production AI can create a lot of versions and all. That's okay. The last part is the iterations. Okay. So right now, what happens with us is also is we just started experimenting with paid ads. Okay. What we did, the first thing that we did was we extracted the email IDs and the personas of all the customers who are paid customers with us. Okay. Gave it to, there are a couple of tools available online. Google also has a tool. Gave it to Google and some others that create a lookalike audience for me. Because if these guys have used my product and are paying, similar people with the same persona are more likely to pay rather than wasting my money on sending out a message to. So the first part that we saw, why it got merged into reach out, is that we do not want to waste that, okay, reach out to 1,000 people and then see who responds. I will reach out to people who are more likely to respond. Okay. And then based on that, we keep further refining the audience, that okay, now in last 1 week, who has responded or who has taken a paid subscription, create another lookalike audience. Now what will happen is, this is a scale, this is two axes of scale and ambiguity. Okay. Where ambiguity is less and scale is low, okay, which means you are sure that if I send it to 10 people, they have to fill the form, and they are bound to fill the form, sign it, and send it back to me, and scale is low. Okay. Just automate. You do not need AI there. Say Aadhaar card and all. You do not need AI there because the person needs the Aadhaar card or the passport. They will fill the form and send it back to you. The AI will not impact there. Only thing that you can do is the quality assurance or maybe certain checks. Okay. If the ambiguity is high and the scale is low, for example, you are doing personal interviews with people to find out insights. Okay. What happens is human has to lead there. When the ambiguity is high and the scale is low, maybe 10 people, 20 people, 100 people. When it comes to thousands and lakhs of people, again, the scale cannot be handled by human. There, human has to lead and AI will always augment. When the scale is high and ambiguity is low, is automate. You have to send OTPs, emails, and all. For example, as we send the emails, you do not even need the human being there. The example that I gave of swimming pool, you do not need human being there. It's very defined. You have to find a house of this size, should have a backyard where a minimum size pool can be fitted in, converted into a photograph, email it. For us, it's a non-Gmail ID. Go to the website. If website exists, take the information, create a customized email, send. You do not require. So these kind of, where ambiguity is less, you can automate. Last is where ambiguity is high, scale is high. You have to kind of, not with one, but with multiple tools, filter out that, okay, this is the layer one. Now this is the layer two. This is the layer three. We actually do that when we have, say, hundreds of thousands of contracts, even say even dozens. It has to do. For example, say you have 500,000 contracts. You don't know which has expired, which is still live. You don't know, is there a parent-child relationship between two contracts? Say there might be a contract expired, a new contract was signed, and then it had multiple SOWs. Some of them have addendums. There might be branched kind of relationship between the families of these contracts. High scale and high ambiguity. You don't know what impacts where. There has to be multiple iterations with human in the loop. I'll take my example. What we do is, We initially take a batch of say 25, 50 contracts, which humans can verify. Give a feedback to AI, give a bigger batch. Out of, I mean, say 50, then give a 100 batch. Again, 100 contracts, yes, the human can verify. Give a feedback. So a human in the loop kind of a feedback till you achieve an accuracy of say maybe 96, 98%. That is the collaboration part. Very important chart. It exactly tells you, especially in marketing, which skills you should hone for the future of jobs in marketing. Now I'll take a practical example of Legitt AI. What's the time? Yeah, we still have 15 minutes. Uh, yeah, we'll break at 3. Okay. So what we'll do is, one, I share what we did at Legitt AI. Okay, how just a team of, we are just a team of 11 people, including the two co-founders. No marketing, no marketing team, no content, nothing. We still handle customers, which are, our biggest customer is $22 billion. Second biggest is $16 billion. Processing hundreds of thousands of contracts. Okay. What we did, and without spending a single penny on marketing, where we use AI is number one, SEO, search engine optimization. Okay. SEO has moved way, way beyond the traditional SEO right now. And I'll give you an example. Right now, if you search on, say, ChatGPT or Perplexity or wherever you search that, okay, give me a list of top 5 or top 10 AI native contract lifecycle management platforms. Legitt AI comes second or third or whatever, at least it is in top 10. People talking to us, they think that we are a huge Fortune 100, Fortune 500 kind of company, because that's the impression that we have created by creating this kind of content. And that helps us in closing the deals that we close. Second is, the content should support what you are trying to say. We recently got a lead from um, Bill Gates Foundation. Gates Foundation. They recently changed their name from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Gates Foundation. In the first call, the guy gave me a link to the blog that I had written, that we want you guys to do this that you have said on your blog. Please do this for us. He was so clear, because the message in that blog was so clear. Since the day we started this company, I publish one blog every day. Every morning I wake up at 4:30. On Saturdays, Sundays, I kind of create the topics that, okay, these are the topics, bullet points and all. Then I refine them using AI. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So we have created so much content. There are around 700 articles on our website in depth into what we do. Now, even if you search about our competitors, that, okay, why does Icertis is a 20-year-old company, $6 billion in size. When you search about Icertis, most probably it will give the references of the content from our blog. If you search about certain clauses that, okay, how does this clause impact this, it will give the references, because these LLMs are hungry for data. We realized it 2 years, 2.5 years ago, that, okay, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, they have to feed on data. Very soon they'll plateau. All these LLMs have already been trained on all the publicly available data. They are hungry for new data. That gives another idea to you guys. If you want to build your personal brand, start a blog. I personally ran my own harshdeeprapal.com blog for, I think, around 10 or 12 years. I started it when I was in MBA. Then I forgot to renew the domain, and now somebody else has squatted on it. It had around 17,000 newsletter subscribers even before I started my own company. Okay. If anybody searches about you, LLMs will, right now, people don't go to Google. Even Google, the first part right now is AI generated. Okay. Anything that you do, any project that you do, anything that you want to do, put it on your blog. If somebody searches about you, they'll be impressed that, okay, wow, you have created such a kind of personality or the personal brand for you guys. Then comes social media and kind of answering machine. Now, what we have done on our website is fed all the publicly available data on contracts to Lana. We have agent Lana that works on the website as well as in the app. The publicly available US, especially US plus 25 other countries, federal and state laws on business and contracts. Any publicly available tenders, they are also contracts. Okay. We have trained agent Lana on it. And plus the 700, 800 articles that we have published on. So you go and ask even within the app, if you have to ask about something, it will give you answers way better than ChatGPT and say Claude. Okay. Next is something wonderful that we did and is uh, working very well for us is something that I did not even know 6 months or 8 months ago. Okay. I was just brainstorming with, and when I brainstorm with Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Claude, all three. That okay, they shouldn't fool me. I should know what others are saying. Claude suggested that okay, to increase your organic traffic further, and this is a good example for especially marketing guys, how you need to brainstorm. It suggested that you should invest in programmatic SEO. I had never heard about it. What exactly programmatic SEO is? Then I asked Claude, okay, you tell me what exactly this is. They explained. Right now, what happens is the exact term that you are searching, that okay, we are looking for this particular maybe vendor contracts or also in contracts that okay, you can dynamically create the page when you hit Google where the exact answer to the question that person asked on Google is. If you are, maybe they ask, okay, is DocuSign better or Legitt Sign? So we have our e-sign tool as well. Or e-sign better. Hit enter. There are pages that we have already created. They dynamically change. And on the first line, how does Legitt AI compare to DocuSign? And it will tell you why is you give them exact information that they are looking for, and it should be on your website. Not they might not believe what they will be website. Okay, and it dynamically creates, and then these custom pages again SEO optimized. So now what happens is over a period of time, it gives me the terms that are searched more often than others. Those pages, what we do is we permanently create on the website, do its SEO, so they automatically run.